Okay. If you can hear my voice, clap once. You can hear my voice, clap twice. You hear my voice, clap 3 times. My name is Coach Eric. What's my name? One more time. What's my name? Okay, one last time. If you are a kid, grab 1 to 3 books so that you have them so that you're not bored out of your mind while I talk to your parents. Okay, here we go. Okay. Welcome to parent orientation for our 10 and under kids. Everybody here for 10 and under? Okay, some of you don't have teammates here, that's okay. You're going to teach them everything I'm going to show you in these slides. It's not going to be a problem. It's going to be very easy for you. Okay, we're going to go over context, the AYSO philosophies, the game format for 10U, and also the volunteer jobs. And Toby, I hope, will be back, and he will help me go through the meeting format. Okay, we're going to, big bonus for you guys. I'm not going to do a single joke. Okay, we have a goal combination. Sorry. Somebody on my team, could you guys come try to find my 2 puppets, my giraffe puppet and my jackal puppet? They don't know where they ended up. I need them for later. Are they? Okay, thank you. Okay. Who is a returning family here? Raise your hand if you're a returning family. Really high? Okay, great. Okay, we're gonna need, thank you. We're gonna need people to unlock and lock things up, specifically. Hello? That's dead. Okay, here we go. By the way, the reason I'm wearing these is because the live feed gets my audio better when I have these things on. It's not that I'm listening to anything. So you're gonna need this goal combo. The goal combo so far is the same as last year, and here it is. It's 9694. Everybody say it. There will be a quiz on this later. Thank you very much. Okay. Oh, did that go? Didn't go. Wait a minute. What's going on? Oh, come on. Oh, that's interesting. I've never had that happen before. Okay. Here are the key contacts. So if you have a question about the web or registration, email the registrar. For you, you're going to either measure for specific questions about teams, email 10U boys or 10U girls, okay? Questions about, if you have concerns about your coach or feedback about your coach, you can email your division coordinator and or RCA. I'm not sure who that's going to be. For referees or questions about refereeing or becoming a referee, the regional referee administrator, RRA. For children's health and safety or volunteer health and safety, the CVPA. If your child is injured, which is rare at 10U, you need to file a report. You email safety for that. And then if you can't figure out who it is, email info and RC, and one of those 2 people will get back to you. Here, we're going to go through, these are 3 of the 6 philosophies. How many philosophies are there total? 6, thank you, there's 6. So we're going to go through these and say them together. Player development, 1, 2, 3. Balanced teams, say it for me, please. Open registration. Okay, if you don't know what those means, you come and ask me later. Okay, here we go. Player development to Coach Eric means 500 touches per hour of activity, specifically practice. How many touches per hour of activity? 500. So when you bring your kid to practice, they should always have a soccer ball, their own soccer ball, so that they have a ball at their feet most of practice. The more touches they have, the faster they're developed, okay? And specifically at U10, we really want the kids to rotate through every position on the field, okay? That means no matter how much they love playing forward or they love being defense and goalkeeper, we really want them to develop and learn all of the positions and rotate through every position. It is up to the coach and the player and maybe the parent to decide if they're going to do something a lot. But my expectation as the outgoing regional coach administrator is that players will rotate through all positions throughout the season. It is too early for them to specialize. We really want them to learn how to be a goalkeeper, how to be a defender, how to be a midfielder, and how to be a forward. Okay, so we're going to rotate players to all positions. Our coaches understand that. I want you all to understand that if you have any concerns, you can email me or you can email the division coordinator or the RCA. Okay, 500 touches. We're going to rotate players through all positions. Okay, so what is it that makes AYSO so great for kids? This is a quiz. Everybody say it. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah, okay, you all know the answer. Okay, let's try it this way. What makes AY so great for kids? Raise your hand if you know the answer. Cindy, come on, give me an answer. Balanced teams would be a great answer. That's not a bad answer. Good answer. Anything else? Everybody plays. That's a great answer. What else? Having fun, absolutely. And I heard snacks, which is always the right answer. Volunteers, and that's all of you. And I call out Cindy because she's a great volunteer. And we have coaches here, and we have people who do all kinds of things. So it's really us as parents who make AY so great for everybody. So my expectation, or the expectation from the league, is that if you want to be, I shouldn't even say this. Here's the deal. If you expect the league to be great for your kids, it's up to you to volunteer and spend time doing things that will help the region. Our expectation, or we ask, our invitation is that you take a region job and a team job. A coach is a region and a team job. A referee is a region and a team job. The snack coordinator is a team job. The party planner is a team job, okay? So when you're asked, please, and we invite you, please take the time to volunteer for something where you can contribute and make everything much better for our kids. Okay, I'm going to skip through to the format. Now, I want you to think for a moment about a baby or a toddler, okay? So everybody who has a child, please raise your hand. What's odd about this is not everybody raises their hands. So everybody who has a child, raise your hand really high. Okay. Now, everybody who has a child who is now walking, please raise your hand. Okay. Now, a lot of you were there when one of your kids or all of your kids were walking. I want you to think for a moment about what that was like. Think about that moment and how I'm assuming you were happy. Were you happy when your kids started walking? Okay, thank you so much for that. So you were joyous until he falls into the floor. Okay. In that moment, I want you to just think before you answer. How was your child feeling at that very moment, just before they stood up? How were they feeling? I want you to think about it for a moment, and then I want you to raise your hand and tell me how you think your kid was feeling at that moment, just before they stood up and walked. Okay, someone raise their hand now and tell me. You felt very happy just before? Okay, very good. Excellent. Anyone else? Confident. Kid felt confident. What else? Determined. Thank you, Cindy. Anything else? Okay. Okay. Is it possible that kid was feeling a little scared or frustrated? Okay. So now it's how they feel. But what do they need in that moment? You're there. Remember, you're there usually when you see them start walking. What do they need in that moment? What is the need that they have? Support. Absolutely, they need support. Anything else? Encouragement. Absolutely, encouragement. So if you think about human beings and specifically children, this is the simplest example. The moment in which they are about to learn the most or achieve the most is when they receive the most support. It is when they are comfortable and confident. If they are not comfortable and confident, they are crying and in a ball just like I am every night. No, that's not right. No, the point is that the moment when people stretch is when they feel supported and confident, and not even confident. They can still be scared. They can still be frustrated. They can still have fear, but it is that moment when they have support and they have confidence that they can move and they can become better at whatever it is they're doing. This is the key theme that I want you to think about when you're working with your kids, specifically in soccer, but certainly with everything else. So if your kid does not want to play for some reason, this is the pattern I want you to go through. I'm going to suggest you go through. Make an observation, which is a neutral observation. I see that you're a little bit tired, or I see that your head is pointing down and you're walking really slow. How are you feeling? Guess what they're feeling. Maybe they're feeling tired. Maybe they're feeling sad. And then guess what they need. This is a 3-step process, and you go through this slowly, not all that fast. What do you need? Do you need rest? Do you need water? Do you need shade? So figure out what the need is for support. If you can go through these 3 steps, this last step becomes easy. What is the request that you're going to make that's going to make it easier for them? Do you need water? Do you need to take a break? Do you want to skip this game or this practice? Okay. I just want you to think about this in terms of observations, feelings, needs, and requests, but specifically feelings and needs. If you can get through the feeling and the need, you can get to the request. Rather than going through a bribe or a coerce sort of a situation, this is my suggestion. I'm going to go through a couple other things in a second. What is the goal combo? 9694. By the way, the kids aren't supposed to know this, but thank you very much. Because we don't want them unlocking the goals and pulling them out by themselves. But 9694 is the correct code. Does anybody else know the code? Okay, good. Everybody else knows the code. Wen knows the code. I can see Wen knows the code. Okay, here we go. I'm going to give you some more conflicting information. There's only 6 words you ever need to say to your kid. And this is through all sorts of research with high-performing athletes, high-performing people in the drama and the arts as well. Does anybody know what those 6 words are? Is it recording? Low battery. Thank you. Thank you very much. I need a better AV guy. Okay, here we go. Thank you. Okay, what are the only 6 words you need to say? I know Cindy knows this, but she's forgotten. Good job is not the right thing, but we'll get to that one. Okay, here's what the research says. This is all you need to say. No, that's not right. Wait, go back. Sorry. Hold on. There. I love to watch you play. This is all you ever really need to say to your kids if you can't think of anything else. I love to watch you play. It conveys the support, the love, everything that you need to say in there, in that. If you need to say more, here are some other suggestions, and I have links to all of this if you want it. Before, have fun, play hard, I love you. After the competition, did you have fun? I'm proud of you, I love you. That's it. And this is based on all kinds of research. It's not just me saying this, there's actual research behind this, okay? But I'm gonna give you a little bit more before we go. We have picture day at Rainbow Park on April 6th. You will get a magnet that looks like this, and you'll get one 8x10. That 8x10, on the single 8x10, there'll be a team picture and an individual picture. That's what you get as part of the standard package for free. Well, it's included in your price. I recommend you order 4 additional magnets. Does anybody remember why you order 4 additional magnets? Put on your refrigerator, but what else? Grandparents, but why 4 for the grandparents? I know you know the answer. Because there's 2 sets of grandparents and there's 4 grandparents, right? And you never know. Yeah, they might get divorced. That's exactly right. Okay. So 4 extra magnets, right? Did you remember that, or did you know that? You remember that? Okay, thank you. Cindy, did you remember that? You've been to like 7 of these. Okay, I'm glad you were paying attention the other 6 times. Okay, we're going to talk now about positive coaching, but we're going to start with actually Cindy's going to help me out with this, but not yet. Okay. So we're going to start with destructive, okay? Destructive. This is your jackal voice. This is this guy, okay? He's the jackal. Okay. So here's what we're going to do is we're going to say, I'm going to start with Cindy. I'm going to pick on Cindy because I know Cindy the best. Cindy has just passed the ball to, what's your name? Tidea. She's just passed the ball to Tidea. Tidea scored a goal. Made a beautiful pass. Okay. I put some quality in there, but here. I want you to say that to me. I'm really happy I made this great pass to Tidea. So just say that.
I'm really happy I just made this great pass to Tidea.
Well, you know what? Next time, make sure you look around because there was a better pass to your left. Okay. So this is what we call active destructive. She's really happy about that pass, but I just actively destroyed what happened. She is now not only not happy about it, she's thinking she did something wrong. Would you agree? It doesn't feel good, does it? So that's active destruction, okay? You made a great pass. I messed it up for you. You had a great experience, okay? So I don't know if you know any parents like this or people like this, that you give them good news and suddenly they're actively destroying what's going on, okay? Here's the other thing, passive destructive. So let's try this again. Okay. What's your name? Channy. Okay, I want you to say, I just made this great pass today.
Hey, I made a great pass to you today.
Sorry. Well, you know what? When I was in college during the 3rd quarter of this game, when I was a sophomore, I made this beautiful arcing pass, and it went over the defenders' heads, and then my friend Suresh, he kicked it in. It was such a great moment for me. Okay, so that's not active destructive, that's passive destructive, okay? Now, probably you know someone at work who does this. I certainly know at least one person at work who does this. That's passive destructive, okay. Telling a story about you, that's an example of passive destructive. Okay, we're gonna go to constructive now. Okay, so this is the jackal. We're gonna get rid of him. Here's the giraffe, and I actually don't want the giraffe for this because this isn't ideal. Now, Cindy, I got to pick on you again. Okay. I want you to say what you said before again.
I just made a great pass to Tadea.
Good job. Okay, now how do you feel if I just say good job?
Eh.
Yeah, it's an ad thing, right? It's not that exciting, right? So this is what we call, this is passive constructive. It doesn't allow for a celebration of her achievement. Okay? You acknowledge it, but it doesn't build on it. It doesn't mean anything. And really, we don't know what she did well. Okay? So now positive coaching is a step beyond this, but I'm going to go to this on your level where I'd like to see you work with your kids. This is my suggestion. I want to see active constructive. And this is my suggestion for you with all your interactions with not just soccer people, but with everybody. Okay? So we'll try this one more time. Okay. Again, I'm going to bother Cindy because I know Cindy the best and she won't take it personally. Okay. One more time.
I just made a great pass to Tadea.
Wow, you had a great pass to say. How do you feel about it? Tell me more. Okay. Now, how do you feel about that?
Like you're interested
I'm interested, right? And then you feel it in your body. Okay, so this is what we're doing is that what we want you to do is try to get your player to savor their success. Now, this works for everything. This works for music, it works for dance, it works for math, it works for science, it works for every single thing that you do, not only with your kids, but with your parents and your partners and your friends. The more you can get them to celebrate what they did, it brings something up inside them, which encourages them to do more of it. And certainly it encourages connection. But in this case, we really would like to see our kids focused on their success here so that they will continue to improve and love soccer. Does anybody have any questions about this? Can anybody think? Go ahead. Can anybody think of any situations where they've heard each one of these things? The reason I'm giving you this information is so that when you go on the field, you are now thinking about what you're saying and listening to how other people say things. I'd like to encourage you to be in this active, constructive while you're in this league and then beyond. So let's talk about positive coaching and how it relates to this particular thing. Everyone say positive coaching for me. Positive coaching. So what this means for us as coaches, specifically as coaches, not as parents, as coaches, our job as coaches, and I've done this, by the way, since 2010, 19 seasons. I've spent over 500 hours, 500, 800 years volunteering in this region, and I've spent probably 1,000 hours now coaching 4-year-olds and 5-year-olds and several thousand hours doing other coaching. So what I'm trying to tell you is I know something about this. Positive coaching is specifically when I tell someone that he did something well, and I'm going to before I give a correction, I'm going to say, I love how before you took that pass, you looked around. I loved how you moved to the ball. I loved how you stood you planted your left foot. I love how when you kicked the ball, you kicked it with your laces, you swung your ball all the way, you swung your feet all the way through, you held your arms up, and you looked up and you moved to the next position. So I put 7 specific things into that one statement before I give the correction. And the correction is this: hey, before you make that next pass, I want you to think about looking for a back pass because there was somebody else. Just take another look around to see if there's someone behind you. Actually, I don't know what the good correction is. But anyway, the point is this: before I give the correction, I'm going to be on average giving at least 5 specific things that they did well. And you can see I did that in less than 15 seconds. A correction actually for a coach should take less than 15 seconds. Training for a coach should all be planned out before you get to an actual training. So we know what we're going to work on for the team and for the individual before we get there, and we adjust. We practice. We do not correct on the field. We correct at practice. There is a little bit of correction you can do during the game, but I recommend that you think hard before you do it. Again, for parents, I really want you to be in that active, constructive, and I want you to understand what the coaches are supposed to be doing from a positive coaching point of view. Are there any questions around this? These 2 things are the most key important things. If you walk away with no other information, this is the thing I really want you to walk away with. This is the key takeaway. Any questions? If you find your coach is challenged in some way, report it to us so that we can come and correct them immediately with positive coaching. Okay? Okay. Let's see. And you are so lucky. I'm skipping all those jokes. Okay. Here's the format. I should have somebody who knows something about this do this. It's going to be 7v7 with the teams as they are for boys. Anyway, let's worry about that in a minute. So again, there should be a center referee, and hopefully there'll be 2 assistant or line referees. There is offside, which I'm not going to explain to you. You should Google it and then explain it to me. There will be keepers. There'll be build out lines, which I'll explain in a moment. We will be, sorry, this is incorrect. We will be interlocking with downtown San Jose, which is a region we helped start and where I still volunteer on Sundays. We will be interlocking with downtown San Jose. We're going to have 10 weeks of activity. We're tentatively planning a regional tournament, just like we did the last 2 weeks, where everybody plays everybody else with a big winner. This is a regional tournament. There is no other tournament at the end of the season. Any questions regarding this? Okay. Okay. It's okay if you have questions later. Okay. Just so you understand, this is a build out line. So this is about halfway. You can see these red lines in the build line. So what that means is if the keeper gets the ball here, the offense, they are now the attackers. These people, the other team has to fall back behind this line, number one. And number two, the ball has to actually travel out of this area before it's actually in play. I think that's correct. If I'm wrong about this, I'm sure someone will correct you on the field, okay? So the idea is they're actually not supposed to punt or kick the ball. They're supposed to deliver the ball out to another player or out past this line. And that's it. No punting of the ball, okay? Any questions? Good, thank you, because I probably would have a hard time answering them. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Everyone plays. Everybody please say everyone plays. Okay, what that means is for us, everybody plays because the game really is the best teacher. We're going to skip this time because everyone, more play time equals more player development. We tried to size the teams so that you get more than 50% play time. The national standard is 50%. On the boys' side, we're going to be struggling to get to 50%. We hope to do better than 50%. On the girls' side, I think we'll do better than 50% play time easily. More play time equals faster player development. Fewer players on the field, 7v7 means more touches, faster player development. I can never remember why this one is here. The next one is good sportsmanship. Everyone say. Thank you. Okay, what does good sportsmanship mean? Sid? What does good sportsmanship mean? Thanks for paying attention. What does good sportsmanship mean, Sid?
Well, making sure that everybody is participating and everybody is
your friend. Say your friend.
exactly your friend.
Okay, very good. Anyone else want to try give a crack at this who was paying attention? Good sportsmanship? Teamwork, okay. Sure, teamwork, okay. Respect. Thank you. It's like you know all the answers. Have you been there before? Yes, you have. Okay, for me, it's good respect and kindness. Okay, respect and kindness in addition to snacks. So, good sportsmanship. And to who do we provide respect and kindness? Everybody. That's right. That's right. Everybody. So, players, referees, coaches, volunteers, and parents. So, I want to make something really, 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 really clear. Okay, everybody here in this room, every coach, every referee is on the same team. We are all on the same team. The referee is our friend. It's our neighbor who literally lives down the road from us. The opposing coach is just on the other side of the field or next to you. They're also our friends. We're all on the same team trying to make the best possible soccer and learning environment for our kids. Okay? So, whose team are we on? Let's say same team. Just everyone say same team. Whose team are we on? No, that doesn't sound right. We're all on the same team. We're all on the same team. Okay, here we go. I should not try new things. Okay, here we go. There's a go combo. Okay, one last thing we're trying to avoid is marionetting. This is where we try to tell our kids what to do. You know, shoot, pass, all of this stuff. Really, soccer is a individual sport. You really need to think and learn how to do things independently. If they're listening to you, they're not thinking. But most of the time, Cindy, are they listening to you? No, they're not listening to you. It's just like when they're at home. They are not listening to you. They're not listening to you, and they're not gonna learn. So if you're yelling at them, they're listening. They're not learning. If you're yelling at them, they're not listening. So in both cases, don't yell at them. Okay. Here's the deal. Let them develop on their own. Okay. After this, we have signs up. Go find your teams. If you can't find your name on the list, first of all, make sure it's the right girls list or boys list. Then, if you still can't find your name, go to that back counter and they will try to help you find it, okay? You're going to come up with a team name. We do not have the colors today, although we might have the colors by the time we get through this. And And then you need to do the parent volunteering. Since we have a lot of people returning, you mostly know what those jobs are. We're going to give you some handouts to use to figure out what those volunteer jobs are. I'm going to go through those volunteer jobs now. The coach, the team manager is critical to the smooth functioning of your team. That person is responsible for managing the parents. So our guidance to coaches is coaches, you're responsible for training, you are responsible for games. Anything else is the rest of the parents' responsibility. If you want to have snacks, banners, parties, trophies, that's somebody else's thing. The coaches already have enough because they're doing 80 to 120 hours. It's 120 hours for this age group of effort on getting ready for practice, running the practices, and then running the games. Let the team manager and the parents do everything else. So this team manager person coordinates all the team volunteers, reminds those parents of those coach volunteer duties, and sets up the team management in some sort of a website or reminder system like Shutterfly Share. Okay, the head coach and the assistant coach are the cultural leaders. They have to come with all of the energy that you would expect a leader should have. They are the ambassadors and the person that, so we expect them to lead. They have full responsibility for the team, no matter what. The assistant coach has been the person who's going to be there and help out and assist, but is not necessarily in charge unless the head coach isn't there. We can have 2 head coaches, but we need at least 1 head coach per team. Okay. And by the way, head coaches get a nice discount, although we need to make that a little bit better given how much they do for us. Okay. Any questions on team manager, head coach, or assistant coach? Okay, here we go. We need field liners. Ideally, we would have 1 to 2 per team. We need field liners, 1 or 2 per team. You will line fields Thursday or Friday, and family members can help. This is about the easiest, most fun job. It is awesome. You get to be outside on a Friday night or a Thursday night, usually with your kid, and all you're doing is pushing the thing around and painting the lines. That's it. Okay, and if you do it 4 to 10 times, great. We really love it. In addition to this, we need coordinators, and we only need 1 or 2 of each of these. We need a field coordinator who's really going to be responsible for everything. If you want to do that, great. We need people to do repairs, and we need a bunch of these, actually 4 or 5, to do repairs to goals or repair to sheds or whatever, doors, whatever. And then we need someone to order paint and move it in. And that's all that person does. So we're going to ask that you guys think about this, but we really need 1 to 2 liners per team. Please, please, please. Okay, one at a minimum. And then if you can get 1 coordinator per team, that'd be great. But if we can get any, that's great. We also need a tournament working group. So we had tournament people, a bunch of people help out with that. We would really, really like it, a minimum of 1 per team, mostly so you can pass information back to the team, but also because we need time. We need to put it together. We need to do scheduling. We need to get referees. We need to do all these things. It's not that much work. It's between 2 and 8 and maybe 10 hours total from weeks 4 to 10. And then we need assistants to line and prep the fields, although we're going to be asking our field liners to help with that. It just depends. So we're going to be asking for a minimum of 1 tournament worker per team, and we'd really like 2. And we could certainly take more than that. Are there any questions around the tournament? Tournament? No questions? Yes, David?
So it's regional only, not area?
It's just regional only. That's correct. So in the spring, it's region only. That's correct. Okay, so what's the most important part of soccer? Snacks. That's right. Who said that? Snacks? Okay, snacks. It's as if you've seen this presentation 5 times before. That's right. Snacks is the most important part of soccer. Okay, so those other jobs were all team and region jobs. I'm going to go over the team only jobs. So this doesn't qualify you for the region. We need a snack coordinator for each team. Well, actually, you need a snack coordinator for each team. And that person is going to be keep getting everybody signed up and then sending out the reminders. You know, Cindy has it this week. Tadea has it next week. That kind of thing. Okay. The other thing is that person needs to keep track and remind people of allergies. So no gluten, no peanuts, no nuts, no dairy. You guys are going to get water and oranges every week. Okay, that's what the snack coordinator does. Very important role. Even if you lose, you got snack no matter what to celebrate. And we always want reasons to celebrate. Any questions about snack coordinator? Because this is a key role. Okay, you don't get credit at the region level, but you get a lot of credit at the team level for this job. Okay. Oh, sorry. Here we go. Okay. Here we need referees, and we really would like 2 per team. Even if you already have 1 or 2 per team, we'd love for at least 1 more person to get trained. I don't know what the schedule is for full referees right now for the next referee training. We'd really like you to sign up for it anyway. It is a combination of an online course and a live course. So we strongly recommend you do that. And actually, I even recommend this for coaches because I find that our coaches, which is my coaches, don't know the laws as much as they like to, and at least take the online. And by the way, if you're on the sideline screaming that you guys don't, the referee doesn't know the rules, we might come up and you say, "Hey, Eric, you need to." I would strongly suggest you go online and take the online class. Okay, so just be prepared for that. Okay, today for 8U officials, we have training. The referees for 10U and above, that will be a separate thing. Combination of online, about 3 hours, and another 4-hour field one. Okay. Here we go. Goal parents. We need 2 per team. We absolutely need 2 per team. And here's the deal. This is we're calling this both a region and a team job, even though it should only be a team job. We have training today at, I think, 4:15. Thank you. We have training at 4:15. I'm glad somebody knows what's going on. 4:15. The idea is, if you are the first game of the day, you need to be there a half hour. You need to be there a half hour ahead of time to pull the goals out, stake them down. So we want to set up the goals long before the kids get there. This way, the coaches can warm up the kids, the referees can walk the field and make sure the field is safe, and the goals can be up. If you're the last game of the day, and you'll know this because you'll say, "Hey, nobody's showing up," put the goals away. So usually you're going to be hanging around anyway. You see no one's showing up, it's 10 minutes after your game time is done. Put the goals away. So you need to know how to lock them up. And again, what's the goal code? Okay. This kid knows it. Every one of you should know it. That wasn't very giraffe of me, but there you go. Okay, some other duties for the team. You may or may not want to get a coach gift and referee gift for your team. It's up to you of what you want to do. If you want to do a pan of brownies or a gift card. End of season party, again, that's your team thing. You might want to have one person do that. You bring all your food. And then we do not provide the trophies or gifts. I certainly recommend a trophy of some kind at this age level still. And if you have a coach, I'm hoping your coach will provide a certificate which says something like most improved keeper, most improved passer, something like that to go along with the trophy. So I recommend you do that, but you have to self-organize and figure out what kind of gifts or soccer balls or whatever you're going to do as your end of season gift. You may or may not want to do a banner. Again, you decide what you're going to do. Everybody contributes to it. One thing I do want to say is, please, we have about 10% of our players are scholarship students, so you may or may not be, you want to be sensitive to the financial needs of some of the families that are in the region. So if you do a banner, figure out how much people are going to contribute, how you're going to do it, and who's going to bring it to the event. This is a team-only job. I'm going to skip that. End of game. Generally, you're going to line up at this age. You're going to do high fives at the end of the game. All coaches will shake hands with each other, and all coaches will shake hands with the referees. I'm only saying that at a high level because I was asked to do that, but I don't think it's ever been a problem at the 10U level. It's only when you get to be 12U coaches you get to be. Anyway, I shouldn't say that. That's the end of game etiquette, and then of course you have snacks after you've done that. You can also do tunnels. Those are fun still at 10U. In fact, sometimes they do tunnels all the way up to 16U. It's kind of fun. This is a example of a team management site. There is team management through the software at ayso64.org. I don't love it, but it works. In order to set this up, you need to get email addresses from your team and phone numbers, but then you can set up reminders. So I strongly recommend this as an option for you to set up your team management. Shin guards. Shin guards are absolutely required. We have shin guards here, super cheap, $5 a pair. $5 a pair for $15 on the open market, $20 on the black market. Okay, there's pink in these shin guards, but they're underneath socks. So boys, pink is a color that does not have a gender. So you can wear these shin guards and you're going to cover them up anyway, okay? Shin guards for $5. You do not have to buy cleats, but at 10U, you have to decide if it's something that you really want to do. Okay, it's a little bit extra expense. Honestly, it's kind of fun to go to Sports Basement, which has a lot of options, and just do that with your kids. It's up to you. We do have used cleats as well. I have to figure out where they are, but most of them are in the Miller shed. So we do have use click. So if that's an option for you, you want to do that as well. Did you have a question? Is that why you're raising your arm? What's that? Tunneling? Are we talking about electron tunneling or tunneling at, oh, the other tunneling? Oh, okay. So here, come over here, Cindy. Or no, here, stand up. What's your name again? Jenny, come up here today. Okay, here. Okay, come over here. Come over here. Okay. You, boy, run underneath the tunnel. Okay.
Yeah, you
That-
too.
Yeah, there you go. Go, 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 go. Oh, okay. There you go. Okay, that's what you do. I certainly recommend you do it at 10U if you like. The kids love it, as you can see, because you know what, they're kids. Okay, I'm going to be handing it over to my friend Toby in just a moment here. Let's see. Yes, I'm going to hand it over to Toby now because I don't understand anything after this point. Here, can you put this disgusting thing in your ear just so that it picks up the audio?
Okay.
Here, you don't have to. You just hold it, but here. Okay, sorry.
Oh God.
Yeah, there you go. There, thanks.
All right, my speaking skills are not as good as Coach Eric's, which also might not be that great either.
Yeah. But his jokes are much better, I assure you. His jokes are much better.
Uniform pickup will be Wednesday, March 13th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. at Queensboro Pool. And what we're going to do next, to do that, we have a team manager signed up. Since a lot of you are returning, we already get the system. If not, Sincere can get you signed up in the back. This will make more sense in a second. You're going to break up into groups for your team. You want to pick your name first, and then assign, or amongst yourselves, pick a team manager who will then go through these sheets I'm going to describe to sign up volunteers. And then, if any of you need to do training, I think today there's the field and goal lining training. The dates and times are in here. For 10U, I think that's the only thing, other than referee training, which is later on, but that's also described in this packet. After you've entered everything onto the volunteer sheet, that I'll describe in a moment, you'll come back to me in the back. I'll hand you a golden ticket, kind of amusing, and you will then pick that over to the back. All right, so you get in the back, and you'll be able to collect your water bottle. We're back to training. They're metal, nice. It's been a long day. Next slide, please. Next slide.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, there we go.
Right, this is going to be it, I promise. All right, at your team meeting, this is going okay. I'm going to give each team a packet to fill out. On the top is a checklist. Take your time to go through it. Let's see what to do. First thing, I'm going to do this again. Pick a team manager. And if you need a coach, I think that's all covered. You have to get that done as well. Work through the checklist. On the third page, there's a sheet. This is the most important part. That has all the different volunteer positions on it. Head coach, assistant coach, team manager, referee, the tournament person, goal parent, field liner. Get those filled in. Email addresses are what matters. The name is as important, but the email address. Once that's filled out, you'll come back to me again, turn in the sheet, and I'll hand you the golden ticket to get the water bottle. I'll also go around and I can answer questions.
So they're going to type it in to I volunteer? I don't remember.
So just hand in the sheet to me in the back.
All right.
Right? The important part, take a screenshot of it so you know who the people are.
Use your camera phone.
All right, final thing, Dangerous, any questions? See if that can answer before it starts on what you might do in your group.
Did you tell them about the water bottles? Or was
Yes.
that, oh, yes, okay, just wasn't paying attention.
All right, so on the walls are your teams that are listed, team 1, team 2, girls, boys. You go ahead and go and find which sheet you're on. I see there's team 4, boys over there. Girls, team 1, girls, team 3.
Today,
Yeah, hi. One question. If you
thanks.
want to switch teams, I mean, how do we proceed?
Are you boys or girls? I'm sorry.
Boys.
You can make a request by emailing 10U boys. And I'm just looking, the reason that guy right there, you can talk to Sean right there.
Sean, okay.
Yeah, talk to Sean. I can't guarantee anything. I gotta let them work on it today. Okay? Okay, thanks. Hi.
Will some of the 10U games be downtown? You said
Probably only one game. Yeah.